We're just two college best friends in our mid 20s trying to navigate adulthood, our careers, and everything in between.
We create this podcast as a creative outlet for us to talk about whatever is on our minds and create a community with our listeners. We can't wait to take you on this journey. Hey y'all, and welcome to the Now Girl podcast. So before we even get into what this episode is about, we need to introduce ourselves first. So I'm going to let my co-host go first so she can tell y'all a little bit about herself, and then I'll follow after. So go ahead, girl.
Hey y'all, it's me, Lauren. I am 25. My zodiac sign is a Libra. And that's all I'm gonna tell y'all about right now. But we'll get into it later. Denny, go ahead and pick it up.
That's all I need to know right now. But yes, I'm Denny, and I am also 25, and my zodiac sign is a Cancer. So y'all gotta bear with us for this first episode because y'all know how it be when you first start something. We trying. So if the audio is not sounding like it should, we gonna work on it. So we decided that this first episode, we wanted y'all to get to know us more. So once we start putting out all these episodes, we'll be talking about stuff, y'all will kind of have some background on us a little bit. So what we decided to do was to ask each other a series of questions and like just get our responses, and y'all can like get into our heads a little bit. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do. So Lauren, you want to ask the first question?
All right. So the first question is, what makes you feel empowered?
What makes me feel empowered? Let's see. I would say nowadays, what makes me feel empowered is being a mom because, this is where y'all can get to know us. So I'm a mom. I have a 9-month-old. He'll literally be 9 months old tomorrow, and having him and going through all of that and like going through the birth and stuff made me feel so empowered. Like I feel like I can do anything in the world after pushing a baby out. So I would say being a mom is just what makes me feel most empowered these days. What about you?
Girl, I don't know. I never sit down and honestly think about like how I feel empowered about stuff until I do it afterwards. So like different things makes me feel empowered versus stuff that just like is normal. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm one of those people. I don't even know how to explain what I'm saying. Girl, what does make
how
me feel
you
empowered?
explain it.
I know. I don't know how in the world what makes me feel empowered. To be honest with you.
But I feel you. I feel you when you say you don't feel empowered, like something doesn't empower you
It's just
until after the fact.
Because it's just, it's just like one of those things is like, I don't know, because different things make me feel more empowered than other things. Like if I just finish putting together, like if I finish building something, girl, I feel empowered because I can do it by myself. I don't need nobody to help me.
Right.
Stuff like that.
I really do.
I like, the self-care type stuff. I feel empowered because you know what? I took time out of my day to do it. It makes me feel good, makes me feel calm, relaxed. Different things. Cooking makes me feel empowered because it makes me feel happy. It gives me time to take a little break in my day to focus on myself. I can go over what I did. Different things make me feel empowered more than like one situation. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I would also say what makes me feel empowered is when I complete all the tasks that I had for that day. Like trying to juggle my own self in my own life and then being a mom at the same time has been a struggle for me. But when them days, when I get him down for a nap and he not crying, he fed, he all the things, and I get that me time for myself to do everything I need to do, you can't tell me nothing. I feel like I did it all that day. You can't tell me nothing. But all right, moving on to our next question. So the next one is what is more important? What you say or how you say it?
Personally, I'm a how you say it type person. So like if your tone is off, I'm gonna pick up on that and I'm gonna respond with the same tone. And you can't get mad at me for responding with the same tone you have. So you got an attitude, I'm gonna come back with you with the attitude. If you're pleasant about it, I'll come back with you with a pleasant attitude. Now sometimes, yes, in arguments, it can be like oh well, you said this, da 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 da, and I'm gonna come back 10 times harder. But personally, it's how you say it, because my tone will take you there. If I'm ready, if you ready to fight, you better get ready because I'm about to rumble. Okay, that's how I am.
Oh, not you about to rumble.
Because that's how I am.
I'm like the same way. Like, I think it's how you say things, because you can.
But also,
you can
let me
say
phrase
something.
this. Let me phrase this. I don't like to fight. Let me get that. Let me put that out there.
Not that people gonna think that you're a fighter.
A fighter.
That you fight.
No. I'm more of a, if you want to take it there, I'm gonna go there with you type person.
Mm-hmm.
But I won't go as far enough to no. But
yeah, I agree. It's about how you say things, because you can be talking to somebody and maybe you giving somebody some constructive criticism or something, right? Now, it might be hurtful, like what you're saying, like, you know, if you tell somebody they're not performing at their job, but I feel like how you say it is going to make a difference on how the person takes it. Because if you come in there and you tell me I'm not doing good at my job, but you come in there like with an attitude and all rah rah, like you were saying, that's going to make me feel some type of way. But if you're coming in there and I feel like you coming to me like, you know,
like come to me as a woman. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like, I feel like if you wouldn't talk to your mother or your child like that, you shouldn't talk to somebody who just didn't know they were doing something wrong.
Exactly. Like, I tell my mama this all the time. I said, Mom, it's not what you say, it's how you say it. Because if you got an attitude or you hyped up about something or whatever, like the person, most people match your energy. So if you're really trying to get your point across and trying to say something, make sure you come at it in a certain way. I guess depending on who you're dealing with. Because some people, it's a little bit more raw. Like, you can come with a calm tone and they ready to fight still.
Yeah. You gotta know how to approach people. And there's different ways you approach people. Just, you know.
True.
How that works.
That is true.
You ready for the
That
next
is
question?
very true. Yes, girl.
I would like to say that we are from Virginia. So we can add that in, because we do sound a little country. I will not hold you.
Yes. And I, at times, am more country than Lauren. A lot of times, sometimes I be just talking and talking and talking and talking. And I be saying stuff and it's so country. Also, let us preface, we are college educated women.
Yeah.
So I know my sentences and the words I say might not all, flow like proper.
It just don't sound right.
We are both college educated women, so don't take that the wrong way, y'all. But this is just how I talk on a regular basis. But yeah, you can go to the next question.
Okay, next question. Do you consider yourself to be an introvert or an extrovert? I think we can both answer the same question, this at the same time. We low-key see each other as the introverted, extroverted introvert, or either way how you say it.
Yeah.
Introverted extrovert? Yeah.
Yeah. I would say introverted extrovert, because we are very introverted. Like, if me and her is at a function or anywhere, we the type of people to be on the side, like chilling in our own little world. Like, we're not the people that is going to be like coming into the place like loud and like life of the party. We're gonna be to the side. Now, you come at our house or something while we just chilling, like this podcast, for example. We're a little bit more rah-rah, like a different energy. Like, I used to be really, 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 really shy when I was younger, like so shy. But now I've grown out of that a bit, but I'm still definitely an introvert. Like, I like to be by myself sometimes, a lot of times actually. And yeah, but like around people that I'm like comfortable, I have to be comfortable around you to really show my full personality. Like,
now I do think that when we're together, I'm a tad bit more, but not even that much more extroverted than you. Like, I mean, like,
yeah,
like a sliver, okay, like a little sliver, just a tad bit more.
Yes.
But I mean, it's about 50-50. I like to, if I'm inside, I'm inside. I'm not going anywhere. If I'm outside, then I'm outside. Mind you, your girl will party and then come back home and take a long nap.
Okay. You're definitely, I come and think of it, you're definitely more extroverted than me.
Yeah.
A lot.
That's just because when I have a good time, like I feel like you sometimes your introvertedness comes out when we out. But like I do the same thing. But then again, I'm like, because when I'm with my sister, it's the complete opposite. I'm the one that's more introverted. She's the one that's extrovert. It just depends on who
Mm-hmm.
I'm with and what time I'm with them. You know what I'm saying? Because like sometimes I like to be. Don't talk to me right now. I need 5 minutes. It's one of the what that
Yes.
girl Alessia. What's her name? That song she be like, I'll be over here. Alessia Cara. That little song she got. You know who I'm talking about. That
Y'all,
song came
I'm
out in
so bad with like
2016.
people's names and songs
It's
and
a
stuff.
little. Hold on, let me look it up.
Like,
It's called Here. She be
oh,
like,
oh. Okay, I get what you're saying. I know this one
yes,
now. I know this one.
yes, that song. What's it called? Is it
Yes.
called Here? Yes, it is called Here. It came out when we were in high
Yes.
school,
Darn.
2015. That was how long
We're
ago?
old.
We coming up on 10 years
Darn, we
in
old.
two
We old.
years. You
We
old
old.
in
You're
two
old.
years.
Y'all, me and her always have this argument. I said argument. Y'all, I mess up my words all the time.
Oh, come on.
Oh, come on. And y'all wouldn't believe it. As much as I mess up my words and talk the way I talk sometimes, I'm a journalism major. Like, journalism, that's me. Writing, talking is supposed to be my thing. But clearly, it's not.
Ooh.
But anyway, what I was saying? Oh, we always have this argument, and she always tries to call me old. Mind y'all, we are literally the same age.
You had your
And
half birthday. I have not hit my half birthday.
we are like what? 4 or 5 months? No, 4 months apart?
3.
3 months apart. And she always be like, you're old, like you're old.
Because I
Like,
haven't hit my half. Your half birthday was a month ago. Mine ain't coming up until like March.
oh well. I don't we still the
So
same age.
you get
We
ready to turn
graduate at the
26.
same time. We're the same age. We're the same.
Mm-mm.
We're the same.
Mm-mm.
But yeah, all in all, I believe we are introverts. When you like, if you see us, we're
Sometimes
very
have to live
introverted.
extrovert.
Yeah, I'm trying to work on that though. I really am. Like, I'm like, what was it? That I don't know if you sent it to me or I sent it to you, but it was a thing, and it was like I protected my peace a little bit too much.
Oh yeah, I put that on my TikTok.
Yes.
It was one that I think I said I think I heal too much because I don't
Yeah.
like nobody. I put that on
Yeah.
my no not my TikTok. I put it on my Instagram. I said I think I healed just a tad bit too much because I don't talk to nobody. And when I mean nobody, my circle has cut down to 3.
My circle is, it's not even a circle.
It's a
It's
line.
more of a line.
Mine's more of a triangle. Well, I mean, if you put me in it, I guess it could be a circle.
Yeah.
I got a circle.
Yeah.
You have more of a line.
I had a circle, but we're gonna save that for a different day because we have a whole episode on friendships, y'all. So yeah. But yeah, like I said, I'm trying to work on my introvertness. Like, I want to be more like open. I'm a very closed person at times, rightfully so. I've been hurt a lot. You know all the details, but I'm very closed. So like, I feel like I don't let people get to know me as much as I want to. Want people to get to know me, but like, I don't necessarily be scared. I protect my peace, like I said, a little bit too much these days, though. But I'm working on that.
Close to your heart.
I really do. But yeah, so let's move on because we can stay on this topic forever. All right. What impression do you think you give when you first meet someone? What impression do you think you give when you first meet someone?
I had this sneeze. I don't know. See,
how about let's do our first impressions of each other?
Okay. Well, I will go first on this because
Okay, wait. Let's give them some background about our friendship and how we became friends, how we know each other, all that.
I would do it because I think my side is funny because it's funny. So, Denny transferred schools in our 11th grade year. Mind you, we took an AP history class. There were 1, 2, 3, and with Denny, there were 4 black girls in that class. Mind you, black girls rock, all that stuff, black girls set together. Now, Denny didn't get that memo. She was on the other side of the class.
I'm going to tell my side.
Other side of the class. And did not come over. So our teacher one day was like, all right, y'all had the opportunity now to move your seats, yada, yada, yada. We're like, okay, cool. We look at Denny, we're like, hey, girl, come on over here. And this girl got stuck in the same seat because she couldn't move fast enough. So she was sitting down. She was sitting down all the way over there by herself. Now, I was like, okay, Denny seemed chill. She cool, whatever. You had commented on my Instagram. I don't know what I put up there, but you had commented something. Okay, whatever. So, year go past, we was in 10th class, yada, yada, yada. We didn't see each other again until our senior year baccalaureate. And, girl, was that Lewis screaming in the crowd? Was that him?
Probably.
We was walking around with candles, right, y'all? Because mind you, you remember that? We was walking around with candles. And people were like, oh, Lord, don't burn my hair. Whatever. So we're walking around. I'm pretty sure Lewis yelled out something. And then we're going to leave. Well, I'm leaving with my family. And I'm like, oh, there's Denny. I said, bye, Denny. And she's like, bye. And then we walk out. Now, mind you, I don't think at that time that we both knew we were going to Radford. Right?
No, we didn't.
We didn't know. I don't even know how I found out. Actually, how did we find out?
I feel like it's Twitter. This is back in the prime Twitter days. Now, for all y'all that's listening that is under the age of like, if you're 20, 21, y'all don't understand the era of Twitter that we come from.
Twitter was
maybe it depends on how advanced you were, because we were to be 26. So when we were in high school, Twitter was like at its peak for us. So we did this thing in high school.
It was a TikTok of the century type thing. Like everybody,
people are still on Twitter now, but I'm talking about like everybody. Like Twitter was but what we did was the year we went to college. We went to college and we graduated high school and went to college in 2015. So what we did was, the thing was, you would do your hashtag of your school and your class. So ours was RU19. And when people use that hashtag, obviously you can see all the people's posts. You knew who to follow. We had group chats and stuff. And me and Lauren follow each other on Twitter, obviously, because we went to the same school. So I think it was like that. Like, I don't know if you messaged me first or I messaged you first.
I messaged you because I was like, hey, actually, I can check. Matter of fact, because
now she can go back and check. Now she gonna pull up the receipts.
Let me look, because girl, let me tell you, this goes back from all the way to.
Yes. So I would say that we've been in the know of each other since 2014.
Girl, it was me. I said, Denny, are you here yet? You said, yeah, you here? I said, yeah, what floor you on? Mind you, we was a floor off of each other.
Right. I think we started talking on Instagram.
Maybe. I don't know.
Because I don't know.
Because, girl, it was literally August 27th at 1:32 p.m. And then after that, we've been at the hip since. That was it.
Was it? Did you message me on Kik? I feel like we had a conversation before. And y'all, we come from the era where Kik
was still in. I don't think I messaged you on Kik because I didn't have your number. I literally scrolled down. I scrolled down a half a step, and then I was like, "Oh, what's your number?" And then September 17th, I said, "Where you at?" We used to call our dorm rooms the house.
Oh yeah,
everybody used to. You said at the house.
Everybody used to talk about the way we talk. So let me just say this, y'all. This podcast is literally a reflection of who we are and how we talk to each other. So if we was on the phone right now, we would be talking like this. Like, we jump from topic to topic. And yeah, but anyway, what I'm trying to say is, I am my hometown. I ain't gonna say all the details of the hometown stuff because y'all need to know all that right now. But in my hometown, apparently, people from where I'm from talk a certain way. So when I got to college, when I got to college, everybody was asking like, "Oh, where you from? Where you from?" And I'd be telling them, and they're like, "Oh yeah, you sound just like you from there." And I never knew what they was talking about until I started listening to people that went to the same schools as us that was from the same city as me. I'm like, wow, we talk similar. So the way me and Lauren are not from the same city, but close enough. Same areas, same area code. So we would say things like, "Yeah, girl, I'm going to the house. I'm going to the house," and people would be looking at us like, "What are y'all talking about?" I'm like, "The house."
They thought we was going home.
When we be talking about like the hallways, we be like, "Up the street," or "I'm going up the street." Like that's how we talk. But let me get back to this: how we first met and the first impression and all this stuff.
No, I'm correct.
No. So first, like she said, y'all, I transferred schools in my junior year, which I hated so much, but that's another story for another day. Because that's a funny story.
You loved it.
Anyway, I tell her all the time.
That diploma say my school, okay?
I tell her this all the time. The only good thing, I've been through so much, y'all, in the past, like, I don't know, since 2015, since I've been at that school. I told her the best thing that came out of that school in that situation was me and her meeting each other and becoming friends. And I stand on that. Anyway, I mean, my academics was better when I was there. But anyway,
see,
when I got there, y'all, now y'all gotta think about something. The school that she went to, and that I guess we went to, was a predominantly white school. Now, prior to going to that high school, my city, the city that I'm from, all the schools I've been to in my first high school from my hometown is very much black. I've never been to a predominantly white school until I got to that school in 11th grade, and then when I went to college, because we went to a PWI. So it was a culture shock. Everything was a culture shock for me because I had never seen like 5 black people in one school before.
Goodbye.
For me, it's the opposite. It's like everybody black, and you got like not literally 5 or 6. You know how I be exaggerating, but you get the point. Y'all get the
black people in the school.
You get what I'm trying to say. That's what I'm trying to say. So it was a culture shock because then, like, from where I'm from too, like my high school is one of the. I'm gonna put this in y'all's mind. The high school that I went to, the first, and where I grew up, my city is like a city for real. The school that I transferred to is in the country, so that's a whole different thing. The way that we are in my school, my first school, you had to dress. You had to like. I went to a black high school. You had to do all these things. Like there was no coming to school in sweatpants. So when I got to that school, and they was wearing sweatpants, all this stuff, I was in culture it was a culture shock. I'm like, why didn't I dressing up? And me, I'm coming with my fits every single day. I did it all the way up until I graduated. You ain't never. I just started wearing leggings and sweatpants in college.
No, I would say I never wore leggings to school because our school had a very strict dress code. It was no yoga pants. If you wore any leggings, you had to have a t-shirt over it. We had the whole entire fingertip rule. And of course, unfortunately, I mean, I'm not that tall, but I have long arms. Don't ask how that works. Do not ask how that works. I
had dress code the last day of school.
You got dress
senior year
prom too, but we're not gonna get into that.
We're not gonna get into that. We'll talk about that another day. Okay, let me get back to the question. Anyway, so my first impression of her, like she said, we was in the same AP history class in 11th grade. And when I got there, it was like I wasn't intimidated by them by any means. But I'm coming into a situation where I don't know how these girls are. I don't know these people from nothing. So I don't know what they coming on. So I'm me. So I think we had assigned seats the first time, or I just sat up there.
No. We didn't.
Did we?
No,
because I just like sat somewhere. Yeah, like they sat together obviously because they're, friends. And me, I'm the type of person, I'm the front of the class, middle of the class type of girl. I'm not really the back of the class.
Up in the front.
Now, when I was in my old high school was a whole different thing for me. Like I knew everybody. We literally went to school together for so many years. Like I was talking to everybody. I could sit anywhere. I talk to anybody. This school didn't know a soul.
Sure did.
So as we were sitting in that seat for like the first half of the year, I like got to know them from a distance and from like
It
Instagram.
wasn't. Hold on now. It won't like no like. Oh, we was like earshot. It was like half a classroom away.
Yeah,
So you can
I
paint
got
that
to know them
picture.
from a distance, and then also I got to know a lot more about the Black people at school in our grade in our crew because I was dating this boy at the time, and well, we wasn't dating that year.
That was friendly.
We was friendly, but that's a whole other thing. But I'm not gonna talk about him on here because we're not gonna get into that about him because I don't got time for him. And y'all, I ain't gonna say nothing. No hard feelings to nobody. That's for real.
The way you yell.
Because I was gonna go in. You know, listen, I'm the type of person. Once I get started, I'm there. I'm there, y'all.
You yell.
I had to stop myself because
you could be like, did I really?
Sorry, y'all. Sorry.
Oh.
But the way that I am, person I am, I will start going in on people, and I'm not doing that. Anyway, I got to know them from a distance, and the teacher did say, "Let's move seats." And I was trying to get over there with them, but like she said, I didn't move fast enough, and I literally was in the same seat. But I would say, after that initial thing, and once we really got to talk and know each other, I think we hung out once or twice.
We did.
Senior year.
We hung out for our senior skip day.
Oh yeah, well my mama called it embarrassing me. Yo, my mama is.
Can you please tell her I remember that? Does she know that I was there?
I think I told her. I told her that how she embarrassed me. Y'all, my mama is a typical. My mama is a typical Black mother. And she was yelling at me on senior skip day, not because it was senior skip day, but because she claimed that I was out too long. It was only 5 o'clock. Now, granted, we're not gonna get into that story. That's a whole different story time.
I will say half of that was probably me and my other friend's fault because
it was. It definitely was.
We had the time.
It definitely was. But we're going to do a whole episode on our high school experience more in depth, so I'm not even going to get in there because that's a whole other story. But yeah, I think.
You said, right. I'm at the place. She said,
Yeah. Then when my phone died, and then.
Yes. I mean, I do understand why she panicked because you really ain't had no phone. You
literally,
phone.
like. Literally.
Okay, but we got to get to this question.
We'll talk about that. But our first impression of each other, once we got to Radford, I think that's our first true time being together, like just us. So, I mean, we knew each other from a distance, so we thought each other was cool. And then, literally, like she said, we've been hooked to the hip since that day. So, yeah. But, what was the question? What impression do you think when you meet somebody? I think that I give off quiet. Somebody told me that I was conservative.
Okay.
Somebody used to be friends with, which I personally do not think that I'm a conservative person. Not conservative politically, not that. Like conservative, like I just have certain morals and values and certain things that you won't ever probably see me do publicly or see me do at all. And it's not because I think that those things are bad. I just don't do it. But I think people would think I'm quiet, introvert. I feel like people could pick up that I'm like a chill, cool person though. I think I get that off.
I'm glad you think that. I be thinking.
That's it.
See, hold on. Oh, I fixed it. For me, on the other hand, the impressions apparently I give off is that I'm mean, and I don't understand that because
you literally do, and I literally told you this 1,000 times.
I just be looking at people like, oh, hi, how are you? And they told me, like, I just thought by the way you look, you were just gonna be aggressive and just like not want to talk to anybody. I'm like, that's not me. I said, I'm really just like, honestly, I feel like I'm trying to give soft face, but apparently I give hard face.
You literally be memeing people like unintentionally most of the time. I be telling you that I've been telling her the same thing since we became friends. I like your face. It's the way you just look and just be like, This how your face be. She can see me, but y'all can't. You be like,
I just think I just be looking. I'm just looking. And people be like, I hate when people are like, smile. I'm like, ha, boo. Like, come on now. I just don't like when people in my face.
oh my gosh. All right, let's go to this next question.
So is it my
right.
Okay. So
yeah, you go.
How do you recharge? Like, how do you unplug from the day? How do you rest? Yeah.
Me personally, it's a couple things I do to recharge, and I do these things depending on what day it is, how much time I got, and what I'm feeling like. So one of the things I like to do is read. You know, I love me a good book.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what it is about me sitting and reading a book that, like, it just takes me away from whatever is going on at the moment. And, like, I know, like, you're reading and it's, like, work kind of, but that's so relaxing to me. So reading a good book. I'm going to tell you the book I'm currently reading. I'm going to be telling y'all this throughout all the episodes. So I'm reading this book called Fake It Till You Bake It. I got it from Target, and it's so good. Y'all need to check it out. But, you know, I love to watch me a good YouTube. Like any type of YouTuber, or like, I'll just watch their videos, or like podcasts. I'll do that. And something I've been into a lot lately is like my skincare and stuff. Like, girl, I forgot to tell you that body scrub stuff you got me for Christmas.
However, is it good?
It's almost gone.
Oh.
I will say, I believe that I'm heavy-handed with product, and I'm heavy-handed. So I believe I use a lot.
Okay.
But girl, when I put that body scrub on and do that in the shower, do my routine, and put my body butter on.
You like the shower oil too, girl? That shower oil got you feeling like smooth out.
It just made me feel so good. And I put my muumuu on, my bonnet, and I go to bed or I lay down.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all, I'm trying to get her on this muumuu train, and she just not having it.
No.
Girl.
Definitely not. No.
It'll change your life. Y'all, I didn't start wearing no muumuus until I got pregnant. But I mean, when I was like, not when I first was pregnant, I was like 7, 8 months. I didn't want to wear no pants or nothing. And to this day, I muumuu it out.
To this day.
But yeah, that's what I would say. Oh, and I guess when me and you have our conversations and we be talking about stuff, or just when we talk, it's kind of decompressed for me. Because we don't be talking about nothing serious.
You don't.
So yeah.
We definitely don't.
So how do you recharge?
You already know. Go ahead and say it.
Which one? What you doing right now?
No. I look at
Sleep.
My Sims.
Oh, girl. Yes.
That is my way.
Y'all probably like, what are you even talking? They probably like, what is she talking about? What you doing What you doing right now?
Girl.
Anyway, we're gonna look over that.
I have to literally play Sims every weekend. That is my time to like shut down and refocus, because it's not my problems I gotta worry about. It's my Sims. Like, are they gonna eat today? Are they gonna take a shower? Are they going to school? Like, I have to make sure I have a routine. And then, like, I don't know. I just like to feel like I'm in control of something 24/7. So to be in control of their lives, like, they like to be sleeping on park benches when I had this nice bed I made for them. No.
Oh my god, you miss Sims.
I will say, if you do have Sims, to anybody out there, please download Wicked Whims. That's just a little plug. Oh, and Deadpool. That is a good one. Those 2 mods are bomb.
Lord, you gonna do a whole episode on Sims. I play Sims too, y'all. But I only play Sims when I play with her, when we're in the same like state and building. Which these days is very a rare occurrence. But we're gonna do a whole episode on how we maintain our friendship when we're not in the same like place. But I only play with her like when she like comes down here. I like play with her. Like the other last time you came down here, we play Sims for like
an hour or two. Oh, girl, I downloaded. Okay, so they got this little mod. I forget what the mod is, but like you can do like it's a crib. So my toddler got a crib now, girl.
I am
She be
so
sleeping in the
weak.
crib, and like you can like lock the crib so she can't get out. So like the other day when I put her in the crib and she couldn't, like unlock it for herself, she got up and started like shaking the crib back and forth because she wanted to get out. But that's one way I do charge. The other way I charge, see how I loop that back in. I do like to take a nice long, I do like to take a nice long shower. I do like to cook sometimes. Like I like to bake. I like to sleep.
Definitely like to sleep.
Yep, gotta have a nap.
You was the nap queen when we was in school.
Sure was. She knock on my door. I wake up. She's like, "What are you doing?" Sleep. Very much.
Oh, y'all, and we were also roommates in college too, but we're
Very
gonna
much
save all that stuff for our college experience episode.
very much sleep. What else did I? Oh, I do like watching TikTok. Like I like. I don't know why. I'm
Oh
probably
yeah.
wasting electricity, but I like to have the TV on in the background for some noise. I don't know why I do that.
Me too.
I gotta have some noise on in the background and then just scroll through TikTok and just little thing pop up like you've been scrolling. Hold on, you've been scrolling for way too long. I don't care. I'm gonna scroll past this video too and watch the next one. So yeah.
Yes. I forgot some things while you was talking. Cooking is something I've grown to like nowadays. I
I
didn't
like
used to
what I
like to cook at
create.
all.
You know what I'm saying? I like what I create in
Yes.
that.
Now, I ain't no baker.
I
I'm
like to
working on
bake.
it. I can't bake.
I love
I
to
don't.
bake. Recently, I've added to my repertoire of cooking. Is that how you say it? I'm not sure.
Yo,
Is that how you say it?
what?
Is it repertoire?
Repertoire?
Girl, I know. Okay. I've added to my knowledge and skills of baking. I like to make red velvet cake from scratch. Your girl can make it from scratch. I made some banana pudding from scratch.
Oh.
What else? I make apple pie. I make other,
Miss Betty Crocker. You Betty Crocker now, girl.
Giving black Betty Crocker.
Okay, the black Betty Crocker.
There you go.
But I do TikToks too. Now I can stay on TikTok. If I got the time. No, y'all know what? These days for me, since I become a mom, and it's definitely been a very big change for me.
Mm-hmm.
Being in charge of a tiny human all day long, and I'm with him all day long. When him and his dad is asleep, I'm TikToking it up in the bed laying down. It's my peace. It's my calm. Like, making YouTube videos and doing stuff on my YouTube channel, that's relaxing to me. Helps me recharge. Okay, we can stay on these questions for hours. All right, so the next one is, what is your favorite quality about your best friend? Oh, let me tell y'all this. One thing about us that y'all are gonna learn is it's Lauren more than me. Lauren is not affectionate. So, like, when we drop this first episode of this podcast, people are gonna be like, wow, y'all are still friends? Like, wow, like she's the godmother to your child? Mm-hmm. We don't post each other.
We have 3 pictures together.
We have a handful of pictures together. We don't. That's how you know your friendship is real. Because we don't post.
You know how that picture looks so awkward?
What picture?
The picture when
at the gender reveal?
Oh yeah. Have you seen that picture?
Yes.
It looks so awkward. Like
because we didn't want to take it.
Because we were like your friend. My sister looked like your friend more than me.
Right. But yeah, that's how we are, y'all. So
girl, wait, when was your baby shower?
In February.
It was not in February. No, you actually literally your gender reveal. I called it the same thing.
Last December.
It was last December. Okay, I'm in February. It was 2021.
Oh my god. Yeah.
I gotta find these pictures. I had to find them.
But y'all, we literally that's just like us. And I don't believe we do it intentionally. I just think that's just how we are. Like, we've been like we said, we've been friends since we've been friends, like the whole time. So we are definitely best friends for sure, but you probably won't hear us say, "That's my best friend." That's my best friend. Best friend. Best friend. Like, we don't say that. Like, we say it when we need to say it to explain something to somebody or to, like, you know, refer. But we are definitely best friends. So, I just want to say that because this question is Lauren is going to, she going to tear it up, y'all. Her affectionism, is that even a word? Her affectionism is 0. I wouldn't say that. It's a 2.
Not a 2. Girl, where are these? Hold on. You answer this. Let me find these questions. I mean, these pictures. Because I'm really severely looking for this picture. Because we look very much like we have never met before.
Like, we literally do. I think we were talking. We were outside. We were talking.
We look like if somebody's mama was like, "Oh, y'all have to take a picture. Like, take a picture with your cousin," and you don't like your cousin. Like, that's how we look standing beside each other.
Right.
And I laugh every time I see him because literally, like, my sister looks like your friend more than me.
Right. I told her, Lauren, the other day, I said, we're going to take some pictures for our podcast because we are trusted and believing in the Lord that our podcast will be successful. And it will. And it will. So I told her we're going to have to, our social media. Follow us on Instagram, by the way. I think it's Now Girl. Now Girl on TikTok.
We look painfully awkward. Hold on. Can you see it? We look painfully awkward.
Yes. I was like, I saw that picture. I was like, oh my Lord. Who are we?
We look, and like, look at my sister and your brother. And like, yeah, look at that. Hold on.
Right.
Like,
right. It's so crazy.
All these pictures just look so like, oh yay.
But y'all, I told her that we were taking pictures, and she just was like, I told y'all her affectionism is on a 0. So
I've never heard.
But let me answer.
Let me spell. Hold on.
I made it up, or maybe I did. I don't know. Affectionism. It sounds good to me.
It's not a word.
Okay, it don't gotta be a word. I just made it one. Anyway, y'all.
Girl, how would you even spell that?
Girl, don't worry about how I spell my word. It's gonna be in my dictionary that will be available on Amazon.
Girl, the word is affectionate.
I'm gonna make a book of all the things that I said that are not real words. Like
affectionism.
The Denny Dictionary. Okay, let me answer this question. Y'all, I have to be getting us back on track because we be off track already, and she take us to the deep end. Anyway,
hold on, let me see if I can download.
My favorite quality about Lauren is how dedicated she is to things. Cause if I'ma do it was a person, like I'ma do it, it's her. Because me, I would say I am dedicated, but sometimes like I told you, I protect my peace too much sometimes. Mm-hmm. Like she got a lot of hats that she wears. And a lot of things that she's done in the last couple months for her career, her profession, things that she does, all the things that she does, she is really committed because when she be telling me all this stuff that she be having going on and all these stories, and she got to do this, she just went on a little trip thing for like 8 days in a freaking forest.
It was so nice.
I only talked to her about one text a day, and she did when she says she gonna do something, 9 times out of 10 she's gonna do it, no matter how much it hurts her soul and kills her on the inside. I'd be like, girl, don't do it if you want to do it. But she was like, no, I said I was gonna do it. I said, girl, don't do it if you don't want to do it. I told you I protect my peace too much.
I do it for the kids.
I protect my peace too much.
I do it for the kids.
But yeah, that's my favorite quality about her. Because she always been like that since the beginning of time.
because I just feel like I can't. And I know, and I tell people it's unhealthy, but I don't want to say I'm a
Very.
yes man. But like I'm a like if somebody's like, oh hey, you want to do this? I'll be like, yeah, sure. And then I'll be like, well, you're
You
in it
always
now.
say yes, sure, and
I
then she
do.
come tell me, and then
I
she
do.
be like, girl, I'm like, girl, don't do it,
I said yes.
don't do
And then,
it.
but the thing is, I realize like when I say yes that I actually enjoy it. Like that, like remember when I told you about going on that trip? At first, I was like, I do not like. I said, I don't even know why I said yes. I gotta be with, I gotta be with people I don't know. I mean, I'm uncomfortable. Yada yada yada. And like even the first night, I was like, girl, I ain't got no cell phone service.
Right.
It was bad. And then after that, when I was done, after I finally got in contact with civilization, because I was out on a lake in the forest with some people, and if you think about it, I mean, saying it sounds pretty, like, it sounds pretty bad, but it was
You
actually
do.
nice. It does. Let me rephrase it. I was in an inclusion project for my school, and since I'm a teacher, I had to help like facilitate and like help the kids kind of work through like how can they can have more inclusion in the school, yada yada yada. But at first I was like, I'm very skeptical. Yeah, they're feeding us, blah blah blah. The people I was going with, I wasn't really sure about. I'm like, I don't talk to them. They kind of look at me with a side eye. I look at them with an even worse side eye. And I know, like I told you, I know I could be very unapproachable, but I had a good time. I think I gained a friend because even at work, I'm very much all right, y'all, we here to work. We ain't here to sit here and talk. Okay. Okay, I'm close to who I'm close with. And I know that's wrong. I should branch out more. But at the same time, I think that the people I work with, they're older than me. Like,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I'm saying? It's kind of hard. That's another thing we can bring up. Trying to break in being at a young age. Like I started teaching, I didn't realize that I started teaching when I literally was 22, fresh out of college. Why?
Literally.
Why did I do that? Girl, I think
Literally.
I don't know. Like, and I thought if I gave myself a gap year, because I was like, well, maybe I didn't give myself a gap year, blah blah blah. But yeah, let me loop back around. Is that Deuce?
Yes. Yeah, y'all, this podcast is very much realistic. Now, I am in a whole different room than my baby.
It,
And she can hear him. So y'all can hear him. He's okay. He's with his dad. I don't know what they're going through in there.
does that actually say with his dad and not with? He's with my husband. He's with his dad.
Cause saying my husband is so awkward to me. Like, y'all, I've been married for freaking what? This is going on year 3.
It is, ain't it?
We've been married for 3 years.
No, it's
I
not. Yes, it
literally,
is. I'm sorry.
I've been. This is so awkward. I've been with my husband
There you go. There you go.
as long as me and Lauren been friends. Like I met him that first weekend in college, and we've been hooked to him ever since. Just like me and Lauren. But it's so awkward for me to say my husband, but it just sounds better nowadays when I just say his dad, his dad, his dad. But all in all, y'all, if y'all hear him cry, that's him in there with his dad.
Be low, encourage.
He all right. He probably tired or something. But yeah, that's what I would say my favorite quality is about her. And she's always been like that. Like since we've been friends. So yeah, cause me, I feel like I'm very dedicated to things I'm dedicated to. But like I said, like I keep saying, I protect my peace a little bit too much these days. So if I'm just not going to do it, 9 times out of 10, I'm not going to do it. And that's not always the best thing. But that's what I do sometimes. And I'm also trying to work on that part of me. We have things we're working on in 2024. Wait.
It's 2023.
2023.
So confident. You said it's 2024. You had nerve to sit back in your seat. Like, like you knew you ate. You say your
Right.
favorite word. Okay, let me answer the question. I had to just go run and grab my charger.
Y'all should have seen her.
I was scrambling.
Hilarious.
Very much scrambled.
Hilarious.
I would. I do think you're a very creative person because I'm not creative at all.
I'm laughing because
I'm not creative
the
at all.
way you said that.
I mean, because you could throw something together and make it shake. I cannot do it. I can't do that. It just very much irks the soul of me. And I don't even know how I'm saying like what I'm trying to say. But like yes, that is my favorite quality about you. You're very creative. She can plan really good. Like I think where we both
playing.
Yeah, where we both lack, the other one makes up for it. If that makes any sense.
Definitely.
Like I'm not creative. She can create. I don't like the plan stuff. Like for I had this whole entire birthday thing I wanted to do before it was because the hurricane came in, so it kind of canceled. But I literally told her, I said, okay, you plan it because I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm like,
and what did I do?
She's like, what type of vibe? Then all of a sudden, I literally told her this. I told you this one night when she woke up. There was 8 text messages of like 12 o'clock at night. You like this? What do you want to do? What do you want to eat? Are you hungry? Like, so I had like dinner, lunch, and breakfast combinations. Like I had never heard. You had snack spots. You were like, this is where your Airbnb is. Like, I was like,
girl, I had so much detail. Like I am a planner. Like that is me.
Planner. Yes. That is not
I'm a
me.
planner.
That is not me. I'm like, I'd much rather somebody else do it for me. I'm very much you do it. Get somebody else to do it. I'm one of them people. Okay.
But you
I'm
know
one
what?
of those.
It means a lot to me. I know you hate being sentimental, but I'm gonna say that I'm gonna give you your flowers. It means a lot to me that you told me that you like that I'm creative because I do think that I'm creative too.
Mm-hmm.
But my problem is I do not think that I show it enough to the world. Because half like I said, y'all, when we drop this episode and we start promoting our podcast, most people are going to be fairly surprised because they're like, huh? Like I told y'all, like I'm a journalism major. Like everything that I do has a level of creativity in it. I love making YouTube videos. I love doing everything. And the podcasting is probably one of the things that I've been wanting to do for a long time. So when she came up with the idea,
is the most out of the box thing that I would like to do.
Yes, like it's something that I would have loved to do, but I thought about doing a podcast months and months ago. Let me tell you how good God is and what God will do for you. Literally, a couple months ago, I was thinking of things I can do because I was like, I need a creative outlet. I be having so much to say, so much to express, and I feel like I don't do it. A lot of it sometimes be fear, and not fear of like things that I have to say, but like doing it and like getting people's reactions. But we're not going into 2023 with fear. So this is a big step for both of us.
Drop a word.
Yes, you know I'm gonna drop a word. And if you're listening to this, mommy, because I told her about our podcast, I told her to listen to it. Just know I love the Lord, and I always give a word. She know me. But anyway, God really, He just worked things out because I thought about doing one, and I was like, it's gonna be awkward for me to do one by myself. One, because can you imagine me sitting here just talking and nobody responding to me? No. So I had like let it go, and then when you text me that night, it was, you know what's crazy? It was the night that you was at the retreat thing. Mm-hmm. I think the day you came back, or like the last night there, and you was like, "Girl, we should start a podcast." And you can't come to me with no ideas because I be serious. So at first I was like, "Is she serious?" Because y'all, I ain't gonna tell the story. I'm gonna save it for another episode. How Lauren was texting me one time, and you know, She had a
You're right.
little.
That was when you was your other friend.
She had a little liquid courage there, y'all. And the way she was texting me, I will never let her live that down. It was so funny. But I thought she was playing, y'all. I was like, but y'all, here we are. But yeah, but like I said, it just means a lot to me that you see the creativity in me. So yeah, I'm being so sentimental, and she's like cringing over there, y'all.
Which also goes to the next question: is do you easily accept compliments or do you hate them? Which I'm pretty sure
hates them.
You can understand.
Y'all know the answer to that one. She definitely hates them. I wouldn't say I hate. Like she will curl up into a ball.
I really will. I will cringe into. I don't know how to say thank you. You know what I'm saying?
I won't curl up into a ball or cringe. I'm not a person that you have to compliment me or like compliments. But I will say compliments do make you feel good.
Girl, that makes you feel very like, please stop.
But I'm not like seeking. I don't seek compliments. I don't seek people to tell me good stuff and boast me up all the time. But when I receive compliments, I'm humble about it. Like, but I can't say I'm a little cringe too sometimes because it's like, oh, okay, like, thank you.
Oh my god,
that's how I respond. So, yeah, y'all know the answer to that one. Y'all, we got 2 more questions left, y'all. 2 more questions. Hopefully, y'all get to know like us more and our personalities more. So, this is a good one. Are you assertive or a pushover?
I do believe I'm very assertive, and also if I don't speak it, my face will show it.
Yes.
If I don't say it, I'm very much like because I do think. No, don't hear me out. I had to learn how to be more assertive because I do think when I was younger, I ran track, okay, and I was a sprinter and I did jumps, yada yada yada. Now, track is a very much of a. It's not like any other type of sport. Like if you're playing basketball, you're playing softball. It's more like a team type sport. But in track, it's kind of like, all right, you practice up for this. You can go get it done yourself. There's nobody else kind of there to hold your hand and get it done. It's you doing it by yourself. You got to focus. You got to get yourself hyped. It's you. Well, girl, I learned my assertiveness in track because at first I'll just be like, okay, yeah, like, we're doing long jump. And I'm like, hey, y'all go ahead, go in front of me, blah, blah, blah. Like, hey, don't worry about it. It's cool. My bad. I'm sorry I'm in your way. No. One track meet, everything changed. And I went up to this other coach. I mean, I guess at the time, you could see it as being a little disrespectful, but charges to my head, not to my heart, because all of his little girls was cutting in front of me, and I'm like, sir, I walked up to him, I said, sir, we have 30 kids behind me, and your kids keep popping up. Now I told him, mind you, I was maybe like 13, so I didn't say it like this. I was probably more like, can you just tell your kids to stop? Like, can you just like let them know? We had to talk to the ref a couple times, and nothing was happening. Blah blah. He walked away from me because I'm guessing he didn't get into it with the child. But whatever. Since that day, that stood out as a monument in my mind of like, oh, you can be assertive when you need to be. Like, don't let nobody kind of push you over. Nobody's gonna do that. The worst they can say, and I always tell myself, the worst they can say is no, or try again at a later date. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna push my way through, regardless. And that's on period.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna do it.
Oh my gosh. I would say, like, if you was to ask me today, what's today? January 9th, 2023. Mm-hmm. I got the year right. I am very assertive now. If you would ask me 2 years ago, my answer probably would have been a little bit different. I would never say that I was a full-blown pushover, like, let people walk all over me type of person, because I definitely have, I feel like everybody does, but I definitely have a limit for people on certain things. But I will say I used to like let people get away with a lot of stuff a lot of the times. Like people I didn't know, people I knew, people that were very close to me. Like I let a lot of stuff slide. I let a lot of people kind of walk over me in a certain kind of, but from becoming more of an adult now, and girl, after I was pregnant and gave birth, I was so assertive and so much more not demanding, but more like, like I surprised myself. She's laughing, y'all, because it was a situation where like I was telling y'all, I tend to let people that are closest to me kind of not walk all over me, but I let people
Like
get away with a lot.
they had a room to, like, kind of like just take up place.
Take up, and because they know who the type of person that I am. Like, I'm very understanding, very caring person, and I try to lead with grace. So I try to understand people's situations and people's personalities more. But I feel like a lot of people don't do the same for me. So when this situation that I'm referring to, it was a friendship situation, and when I decided to speak up on something that had been bothering me, it kind of went a way that I didn't think it was going to go, and I had to bring out the assertiveness that I didn't know I had in order to defend myself and to kind of state what I need to say, even though I didn't even go full there like I could have. But that particular situation really showed me how assertive I can be. So now I vow to myself,
girl,
we are not letting people push us over. We're not letting people walk all over us. Like, we are going to have boundaries. That's a big thing that I have discovered in the last, 9 months or so.
Girl, I love
boundaries.
I love a boundary.
Boundaries. I don't think I really had boundaries before with, like, people. Like, I was used to be friends with people, like, not just, like, recently, but, like, throughout my whole life, that would just drain me mentally, just draining. And people was not pouring back into me. And, like, I made myself too available for certain people. And people, when you make yourself too available, people start taking advantage of that. And then when you don't make yourself as available, then you're the bad person, even though you're setting boundaries for your own self. But yeah, I would say that I'm definitely assertive now. I'm a full-blown assertive. And I don't even know why I was even, like, let people walk all over me in a sense or be a pushover, because everybody in my family is very assertive. And Lauren knows. My family, they is straight shooters. Like, not like that, y'all, but, like, my family is very, like, what's on their mind, they're going to say. They're not going to let people walk all over them. I think the person that I am more similar to in personality is my mom, because my mom has that same thing where she has such a caring heart for people, and sometimes people will take advantage of that, and she kind of let people slide.
Girl, see that's how my sister is, and I tell her all the time, you cannot have people do that to you, because one thing you're not going to do is try to say something slick to me. And I tell her all the time, I was like, you got to learn how to, like, put your foot down and, like, like, that's really, like I said, that's really when I learned how to say no.
Saying no is hard, especially to people that you care about and love. Like, because you don't want to say no. Like, you want to say, yes, I'll be there for you. Yes, I do this. Yes, I do this. But then it's costing you your mental.
Yeah, because I'm gonna tell you real quick. If it's something that I'm one of those that if it's something I don't want to do, and if it's something that don't sit right with me, at the end of the day, I'm gonna have to call you and tell you I can't do it. I'm very sorry.
Yeah, I used to do so much stuff for people that. Now, I will say it's a level to it, because if you're friends with somebody, it's certain things that you can do for your friend. Like, that's just being a friend. But once it gets to the point where it starts affecting your mental health, or it's like becoming excessive,
it's more of like a, can you do this for me? And it's not like a friendship. Like, it's not like a 50-50. It's more of a 75-25. Like, I'm gonna give you advice, and then, like, when I need to go to you for something, you never answer. That type of thing.
Exactly. Then I think a big thing is, I think people need to know their friends and know the people in their circle. That's why I've learned, like I told y'all, I've learned so much in the past, like, year on all levels of life, that one of the most important things I learned is you have to really take, like, an evaluation of the people that you surround yourself with, and really look and see who has been there for you when you needed it the most? Like who you know, like for example, I would use Lauren for example. I'm the type of, even though I'm so more emotional than Lauren and I'm so caring and I love to talk about your feelings, and my grandma always tell me I need to be somebody's therapist. Like I'm gonna get some advice. I will do all that and push all that out to people. And I'm not gonna say I won't share myself with my friends or people, but I just think that for me, when I'm going through something, I don't like to. It's not that I don't like to talk about it. I like to keep it to myself and work through it myself because that's how I process and work through things. But like if me and Lawrence on the phone and I'm like, girl, I'm stressed, I will, little stuff like that. But I'm not the one that's gonna call you like every time something is wrong with me. Like I'm gonna deal with it myself. So I just feel like you just have to assess the people that are around you. Like, and you have to know your friends. Like my point of this particular part is Lauren will know if something is wrong with me, and I wouldn't even have to tell her that something's wrong with me. She know if she ain't heard from me in about 2 weeks, something ain't right, and she'll text me and be like, she don't text me and say hey or something, simple like that. She be like, girl, you okay? Or like, girl, where you been? Or and that opens me up to respond. Like, girl, too much going on over here. Like, if she was to text me just hey, and I'm like, hey, and then she like, how you doing? I'm like, I'm doing good, knowing darn well.
I really do think. Oh, hold on, girl. I'm trying to get this all untangled. I really do think that, and I thank the Lord for it, that God gave me a sense of, I don't even know how to say it, like of knowing how to read people, which I don't think that some people have. That understanding of, all right, hold on, this person ain't for you. Quick, you need to back out. You need to hit reverse real quick, because I have always been able to point out the people who in my life and at times who shouldn't be there, because some people are there for seasons, and some people there are there just for the long run, and then some people there for a couple months. Now, I'm not saying I'm able to read every situation, because I have been burned a couple times. I ain't gonna hold you. Everybody been left out to dry for a little bit. But that was sounding so country.
Everybody been left out dry for a little bit. Everybody been left out dry for a little bit.
I mean, but you know what I'm saying? Like, everybody at one point in life has been able to say, you know what, either I messed up or they messed up and we can't move past it. I am thankful that I'm able to pick up on who needs to be in my life and who should be in my life. Like, I catch a vibe off of somebody in the first 2 seconds when I meet them. I'm like, either it's gonna be positive where we can like laugh, do whatever with, or it's gonna be one of those like, all right, now I need to hit stage left. I need to go ahead and exit because this is not working for me. I know it's just how it is. It's just like with friends. I just already know. Like, even example, I had a coworker, and I told this girl, I said, well, not at the job I work currently. Let me back up. Let me say that first. Not the job I work currently, but at my old job at the Y, and she came there. Mind you, she's older than us. Like, it was maybe like 2 years ago. So I was 23 at the time, and this lady is maybe a good 46. And I'm telling my coworker, I'm like, girl, which you know who you got your coworker friends? She one of them. I'm texting her. I was like, girl, something's up with her. Like, something is gonna go down. I don't know what it is, but do not tell this girl all your personal information. She's like, what do you mean? No, we're good friends. Blah blah blah. We go out to eat. I'm like, okay, you do that. I'm gonna stay over here, girl. Why? I turned out the next day she was going to the boss and telling her that everybody was lying, like that we all did something to her, and that's the reason why she wants to quit. And I told them, I said, see, you can't be trusting people like that. When I had that gut intuition and I start pulling back from you, ain't nothing
Dad, you hit that on that. What the heck? What the heck? You hit the nail in the head.
Nail with in the head. One. It's nail on the head.
On the head, and whatever. You know what I'm trying to say. Like, I feel that 110%. Like, even though I kind of when I care about a person or people, I kind of let a lot of things that they do slide because I don't think nobody's perfect and we all make mistakes, but I just give a lot of
Mm-hmm.
chances when I shouldn't. But when I get
Mm-hmm.
to the point where I just can't and I start peeping so much stuff to the point where I can't ignore it anymore, I pull back 110%. But I also learned that there are different levels of friendship
Mm-hmm.
with certain
There's a
people.
there's a coworker friendship. There's a
Right.
I'm gonna keep you at a distance, but we still like I love you from
Mm-hmm.
a distance type relationship,
Mm-hmm.
which I
But we
had to
still
learn.
cool.
Yeah, which
Yeah.
I had to learn because I didn't really think that was possible because I'm a very much black or white type person. There's no gray area for me. You have a gray area. I don't have a gray area.
I definitely
I'm
have
a
a gray area, and I'm working on not having such a big gray area
I
and have a
have
little one.
I have no gray area. So it's very much either you a friend or you not a friend. Which is why
Mm-hmm.
it's very hard for me to be like, oh girl, like at first people are like, oh that's your best friend. I'm like, yeah, we friends. That's a friend. I don't do that because I'm very much this is my friend, this is not my friend. I'm a picker and chooser.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because like it's just I don't know. I know how I operate and that even how like I do stuff is very much either I'm gonna do it full out or I'm not gonna do it at all. There's no half doing stuff.
All right. And
It's
y'all,
like
we've been friends for how many years it's been?
you just said
2014,
three.
2015.
Three.
We've been friends for 3 years.
We knew it. We just said in the beginning, if you wind this back, you
2015,
wind.
2016,
We
27,
didn't really
2015.
talk then.
We talked in 20, we gonna say, so 2016, 2015, 2016, that's
Well,
1 year
actually, no.
because,
You 100% right. I'm sorry.
yeah, you talking about
We
some
walked it
three
back.
years. Girl, we
I'm
was
sorry
not even
then.
in school 3 years ago.
Yes, we were.
We was finna
That's
be out
2020.
there.
Oh no, it was 2020. That
Yeah.
was yeah. Okay, so what? 7 years?
7 years.
That was
Yeah.
7 years. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
We're old.
No, it's 8 because this is 2023.
Yeah. It's good. It's going up there. But my point is, we're saying all this stuff, and like I said, we're gonna do a whole episode on friendships because we definitely have more to say on this particular topic. And with us, since we've been friends so long, like I be telling her all the time, me and her are type of friends. We're best friends, and this podcast is gonna make her say it to the top of her lungs that we're best friends. We're best friends, but I think I told her this. I'm trying to work on this mic thing because I get too excited and get too close to the mic.
Because you yelled one time.
We are like, I call us like our home base. Like me and Lauren are home based friends. Like we are the type of friends. At the end of the day, we gonna be friends forever. I believe. Cause we've been friends for this long, and having a friendship for females, having a friendship that's almost going on, let's just say 10 years. I ain't 10 yet, but it's getting up there. For us to have sustained a friendship this long,
Mm-hmm.
we're on the right track. But I'm saying we've seen so much other people hurt both of us over the years. It's me more than her. She's seen it all.
I told you.
She's been there. She's seen the messages. She's
with
seen
your friends. With your friends, you know how you can't tell nobody that something is coming.
Y'all. Every freaking time. Every time I have a situation with somebody,
I knew it was like, how are you supposed to say, "Hey, girl, I just don't think this is gonna work."
She be saying little stuff to me, and I be like, "Well, girl, like it's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay."
You like to brush it off, and I'm like, no,
definitely. Like I said, I'm working on that. Like I'm trying to not do that anymore to the extent that I used to because I do brush off a lot of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But
that day when you sent that message, I'm sorry, that was.
Girl, we're gonna start talking about friendship. That's another day.
I had to pull over to the side of the road to read that.
Yeah, that goes back to the question that we just answered about being assertive. That's what she's talking about. But yeah, like I said, we consider ourselves home-based friends. Like we is friends. We fine. We good. but we come to each other to talk about whatever is going on. Like we get advice about our friends, our other friends from each other.
Mm-hmm.
We really transcended the best friend thing. We kind of low key. We kind of like I consider us. We call each other old ladies because of the way we talk and how we do. We kind of like sisters a little bit. Somebody told us that.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't even say we're best friends, but we're like that's how our relationship is with each other. But like I said, an episode on friendships is coming soon. But yeah, let's get into the last question because we've been on here for a minute. Longer than we thought.
We sure have, haven't we?
Yes. So the last question is, what inspires you the most? What inspires you the most? So what is that one thing that gets you out of bed in the morning?
Knowing that I get to come back home and get back into bed.
Girl. I cannot.
I mean, honestly, some days that is my answer. I will tell you, I ain't gonna hold you. Some days that is my answer is that I know I get to come back home and go back to bed.
I am late.
Another thing that inspires me, I don't know what does inspire me. I don't know. I tell myself different things on different days. Like some days I'm like, Lord, I don't want to go to work. I said, I don't even know if I want to be where I'm supposed to be at. What am I supposed to do? Blah, 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 blah. And then like sometimes I tell myself, like, you know what? The next job you find, you ain't waking up at 5:45 in the morning. You're not doing that. I'm like, you know what? Okay. That's why I keep telling myself, you're not waking up at 5:45. Your next job, you won't have to do this, that, and the third, blah, blah, blah. I don't know what that is lining. I don't know what God is lining up for me, but I just keep telling myself like, oh, you're not going to do this. Oh, your next job, this ain't going to happen. Your next job, you might be your own boss. Like I keep telling myself like, I like to tell myself, your name is being talked about in rooms that you don't even know of, which is I have found out is very true. And I kept telling myself that I'm like, you know what? And it's like it's the most random times when I feel very down. I'm like, you know what? Your name is being talked about in rooms that you like behind closed doors you're not even sure of. Which therefore it did come true because this past week, I have been told I'm gonna get 2 more positions in my job. That one I don't think I'm not even qualified for it yet. The other one I can do, but but I like to tell myself that because I'm like, you know what? Eventually,
look at God.
Like I have those 2 things, and then another thing is I want to go back to school, and I want to become an AD. So like I want to be like an athletic director, where like I'm directing. I really don't know even how to explain it, but I like to tell myself when I walk past the athletic director room, I said one day that office is gonna be yours, and I claim it. I said that's my office. This is mine. Every time I walk in, I'm like, oh, this is a nice office for me. And that's literally what I keep telling myself. This is your office. Don't get too comfortable. I mentally tell her, I'm like, don't get too comfortable because this is my office. And then I had to speak over myself because I'm like, you know what? You're so down sometimes that you actually need to like, there's some things in your life you got to fix. And I always tell myself, like, you got to name it and claim it. And so that's what I do every time I walk past that door. I'm like, you're not having a good day today, but that office is yours one day. And keep it
not you giving the people a word. You giving the people a word today.
I do. I definitely do. I had to name it and claim it and keep going. I had to do that because I'm literally putting myself in the shoes, and I tell myself, I look at my athletic director, that woman don't come in until like 8, 9, like even like 10 o'clock. I'm like, ooh, that's a job I need because I don't like waking up early. That sounds good to me. That's literally what I keep telling myself. I'm like, okay, I like that. You have to be here late. I like the whole supporting kid. Like I like doing stuff like that. I'm like, that's a job for me. I just got to get in line to get there, which I think God has put me in that position. I just got to be patient. But I just I'm one of those, when I used to read books, I would say that because I have fallen off my way because I don't.
You did. I be trying to get her. Yeah, I be trying to get her up with me so we can be going through these books. I'm trying to start a book club, and she playing.
I don't know what happened. I loved reading books. But then I just think I can't sit still, which is another thing. That's another topic for another day. But
Oh my gosh, y'all. I've really been trying to get her to read these books with me. But y'all, the thing about me is I fly through books.
Yeah, I just be forgetting. I had time to do it. I just like, you know what? I'm much rather sit down and watch an episode of SpongeBob.
I literally can read a book in a week. Really, on a good week, a couple of days.
On a good day, like when I used to read books like so much, I love reading. Like that was my thing. Like you would always find me my nose somewhere in a book. Nowadays, I'm like, you know what? Let's go take a walk. Let me do something else. I just can't sit there and do it. But I say all that to say that inspires me is knowing that in a couple of years, my whole entire outlook can change. That inspires me to keep going.
That's good, girl. I ain't never seen you talk like this before. Not the episode 1 is bringing out the sentimental side.
You know, I have to say that was one of my goals this year. Low key is that I have to talk about what makes me uncomfortable to talk about. Like I'm I'm a very private person. Like I'm a Christian, but I just don't like to do I don't like to, you know, like I just like to keep it to myself.
Yes, y'all. We got a whole episode on that too, y'all. All these things we touching on. But yeah,
I have to explain it. Like that's literally one of my goals is that I have to be open more. I wrote down Steve Harvey. I don't know if y'all follow it on TikTok or anybody seen it. Steve Harvey has his one entire thing. We have to write down 300 things that you want God to give you throughout the whole entire year. Now, 300 things, is that a lot? Yes. I'm right now on 50. Okay, so I have a long ways to go. But that is one of my goals is to be able to, because I guess it goes back in line with like me being an introvert, of me like not wanting to like, hey, I'm a Christian. Let me pray for you. Let me something about God for me. I can't. It's just very, and it's also not in my nature to do that. So I told myself this year I have to put myself more out there as regards with my Christianity. Like I need to be able to be like, yes, you know, I'm a Christian. Like, you know, you're supposed to, people are supposed to the Jesus, the God in you be able to like, yes, you're Christian. Yes, I think I've let myself slip over the years of that. So I had to be better with that. So yeah, that inspires me is being able to know that in 2 to 5 years or to 10 years that I will be married. I will have a husband. We're going to have 3 kids and a dog and we're going to have a nice house.
And we claiming it. Cause I need somebody to have some kids. Cause my baby gonna be
he's gonna be 12 years old. He gonna be like 15 years old and then have a god sister.
Right. Y'all, let me just preface this. So we saying this because obviously Lauren doesn't have kids yet, and my baby's goddad doesn't have kids either. And me and Jalen joke about this all the time. We was like, Lord, we waiting for y'all to have some kids so he can have some people. He gonna be babysitting.
He is by the time Deuce is like, I ain't saying this, but like by the time, how old will I be in like 5 years? I'll be 30.
We'll be
how
30.
Old would Deuce be? Deuce will be what, like
5?
He'll be 6.
6.
Kind of. It should be going on 6. Girl, I need to have kids.
Yeah.
You know,
we're gonna talk about that one for another day.
That's a mental challenge because I have a feeling about that I don't think that people are more open. I personally think that if I don't have a kid within a certain age, I will want to have a kid by myself.
And
I'm a very much.
I said that before I had one. I was like, I feel like if you have a goal and it was a desire of your heart and God let it be so, like I'm so non-traditional, even though I live a traditional lifestyle, like I'm married, but I didn't get married just because. Like I got married because I wanted to, and I didn't have a baby just because I had a baby because that it was a desire of my heart. And I tell anybody, I prayed for my baby. Yeah. I said, Lord, in your timing, I would like to have a baby. And God gave me my son, and my son has been the biggest blessing in everybody's life, not just mine, since he's been born. But I'm not a traditional person, and I do live a traditional life, but I'm not traditional. So I always said, like, I don't think there's one way to do family.
Mm-hmm.
Or like one way. Like, I don't feel like, but that's a different topic.
Yeah.
But
It's not to say that you're gonna throw like I'm gonna throw all my eggs in one basket. Like, he
right,
ain't here by 31. I'm gonna just go on ahead and have. That ain't what I'm
right,
saying. I'm just saying is I'm gonna have to, it's gonna come to a time where I want to reevaluate my life and be like, you know what? If there's
right,
nobody here, I'm gonna have me some kids.
right.
That's just
I
that's
get
just
that.
how I say it. You know.
But yeah. Let me answer this so we can wrap this up, y'all, because
Yes, yes,
we can stay up here forever. But yeah, I'm just gonna kind of echo a lot of things that you said, like about like your career and doing that and speaking over yourself, because it's a lot of things and a lot of goals and a lot of places that I personally want to be. Because
Mm-hmm.
you know how shaky my career life has been since we graduated, and it's a
Mm-hmm.
very sensitive topic for me because it's so much.
Mm-hmm.
It's so much. But that's one of the things that I'm, speaking over myself and what inspires me. But what really inspires me is my family, and not only my son, but my extended family. Like not my extended family, like my immediate family,
Mm-hmm.
like my grandparents
Mm-hmm.
inspire me all the time. Like my mom, my dad, and you know. But I recently
Mm-hmm.
lost my uncle, so for me, that loss hit my family really hard because, like, obviously my mom lost her brother, my grandma lost her son, like, so seeing them in such that fragile state, and just other little things, just seeing them, like, I want to be the best that I can be, because I personally believe that God set me apart to be that person in my family to help my family push on. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Financially and mentally,
Somebody
because
your voice.
push on. Cause my grandma tell me all the time I need to be a therapist. I should have went to school for that instead of what I went to school for. Like, I
Uh-uh.
am the person. I be talking to them. I be like, "Are you okay? That ain't right." I'm like, "Mama, that's toxic." Like, I
My
tell
goodness.
them, like, but like financially too. Cause I don't. My grandma and granddaddy is old, y'all, and I do not want them
Now
to
hold
keep
on.
working.
Now hold on. The
Y'all,
way
we
you
can't
say
be serious for 1 minute. We cannot. Like, we're on a serious topic, and
they ain't that old now.
they're not that old, but they're getting up there. Like, I don't
Cause
want them to have to
my
work.
grandma is 91. Okay, you talking like your grandma is like 102.
Okay, how about this? They're older.
Okay,
Like, even
there
like
we go.
my other grandparents and stuff. Like, I just want to be able to do things so they don't have to. I want them to live whatever, how many ever days and years the Lord has for them. But my family inspires me. That's really why I keep going. And even though when I do feel down and I'm like depressed and all that, I kind of look at that.
Hmm.
Even though they get on my nerves all the time, I love them.
Hmm.
But I guess here lately it's been my son, because that's somebody I'm like responsible for. So it's like
You
I be
funny
like,
because
if
every time you be like, I got a kid. I'm
I do,
somebody's
and
mama. You said that so much when you were pregnant. You was like, I'm now somebody's mama. Like,
right.
that's all you kept saying.
Like, I love being a mom so much. Like, being a mom for me is like the best thing that I've ever done. I tell anybody that's the best thing I've done in my whole life. Like, I'm gonna talk about my son, so y'all better get ready, because I talk about my son every day,
Oh, oh
every
my
day.
gosh.
But like, he just inspires me. Like, his little face, you know how cute he is. Like, he's
He
so
said his little face.
just cute, and knowing that I'm responsible for raising him, building him up. Like, I want to be the best
Mm-hmm.
mom that I can be for him, in all, like, mentally, financially, physically,
The way you saying
all
that.
those.
Also, I would like to say this is completely off topic, but tell Jalen Happy Founders Day. I'm sorry, but go
What
ahead.
day is it?
It's Founders Day for the Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated.
You want to know
It's
how you want to
Founders
know how
Day.
detached we are from that right now because of work and just taking care of a kid.
I
Like, he
said,
didn't say
oh,
anything about it. I'm gonna tell him.
like
But yeah,
did you want to say? Did you want to have a little plug? Like, Anybody?
Well, happy Founders Day to the men of Phi Beta Sigma
Incorporated.
Incorporated. Just to preface and throw this out here, that's like why we brought it up. We are both a part of sororities. We know we're not part of the same sorority.
Not at all.
And you can be friends with people that's in different sororities because we was friends before the letters.
Well, that's also another topic. But, you know, I will say that we did just turn on, hold on. November 12th, we just turned 100. So, you know.
Let's do a clap for that.
We've been there. You know, we try. We the women of SG Row, we have slaved for them 100 years.
Yes, let me do a clap.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank
yeah.
you.
So she told y'all what she is, and I want y'all to take a moment to guess what you think I am. I'll give you like a couple seconds.
I feel like if I don't even think, to be honest with you, I feel like it would be more surprised when people, if they know like what I am. If you know what I'm saying?
I don't think so. I think yours
Girl,
fits you perfectly.
actually,
But yeah, y'all, we are just rambling. So we are going to go ahead and end this first episode. I think for our first episode, we did good. What about you? What you think?
We did pretty good, you know.
We did good. Let's give ourselves a round of applause.
Okay. Applause,
y'all,
you found this, now you not gonna let it go.
I'm not gonna let it go. Like, I'm not. But yes, y'all, like we said at the beginning, bear with us with our audio and the way we do things. You know, this is our first episode, but we just so excited. But it's a new endeavor for both of us, y'all. And we know that we're going to be successful, and we're going to have some listeners, people that love us, people that want to talk to us, and all that good stuff. So, like, y'all can expect more, a lot more from us. We are so, I'd say we're multi-layered. We have so many different...
Multifaceted.
Okay. Whatever. Multifaceted. We have so much.
Come on now.
Like, we have so many layers of us. It's ridiculous. So we're going to dive into a lot of different topics. And make sure you guys follow us on the gram. We will have a TikTok and everything up soon. But right now, y'all can follow us on the gram at NailGirl19. You know it's us because it'll say the Nail Girl Podcast. So make sure y'all follow us on there so y'all can be updated every time we post a new episode. We'll post more things on there. We'll do Q&As and all that good stuff. But yeah, girl, you got anything to add before we get up out of here?
Good, no, I don't.
Well, y'all, thanks for listening to our first episode. Y'all can tell I'm the more like expressive one out of the two of us because I'm so excited right now. Like, I'm so ready to listen back to this and see how we sound. But yeah, so we will see y'all next week. We appreciate everybody that listened to this first episode.
I don't know why I was getting ready to say have a safe drive home because there's nobody here. But, I mean, you might be driving home. So do have a safe drive.
Be safe out there. Y'all know the streets is crazy. It's crazy out here these days. But yes, y'all. Until next time. Oh, I'm free. You know that song? What's that song? No, Dragon Tales. They're like, some. Until next time.
They do not. Dragon Tales.
Yes, they do.
They do not say that. They said, come along and take my hand. Let's all go to Dragon Land. The end.
No, not the theme song. God, whatever, y'all. See, we're going to be arguing about this forever. But, all right, y'all. We'll see y'all next week in episode 2. Tell the people bye, girl.
Goodbye. And let me look up and tell her that she's wrong.
Bye, y'all.
Goodbye.